town. Talk to me. Tell me what you can about the history of the town, like what you know about the
Yeah, well, there's lots of history in this town, and the Louis Joseph Papineau, the patriot, used to live here, and he still has his manor here. Now you can visit it like as a museum, I guess. And then they built the Fairmont Chateau Montebello, which was a private club in like the 30s or something. Okay. And they had a bunch of summits there with like world leaders, like G7 type stuff.
Oh wow, okay. But like, why here? Like, why? Because that was the thing that struck me so much, right? Is because that thing's a castle, right? Like, the Fairmont Hotel is like a log cabin castle.
Yeah. And
it's in the middle of the mountains. Like it seems to me, like as an outsider, that there's no reason for it to be there.
Well, I guess it was a retreat, so people from the cities and, pretty much all over the world would come here. It was a private club, so they would just kind of retreat here, kind of, in the countryside, surrounded by nature and mountains and everything. Mm-hmm. So I guess that was the reason for them to come here. And, it kind of always remained a good place for tourism, aside from the chateau and the manor. There's also, the Parc Omega, which is like a zoo, basically, where you drive through and you can feed the animals and stuff.
Cool.
It's a nice town, and it's always been a nice place for tourism, and tourists that are way different than the Rockfest crowd.
Yes. Well, yeah, because that's the other thing too, right? Like, to sort of kind of jump all over the place a little bit. The Rockfest crowd is a bunch of punk rock metalheads, and this place looks like it's normally very upscale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a good contrast. Yeah. But at the same time, I guess at first, in the first couple of years, people probably had like, ignorant opinions on that type of crowd, thinking, it was just a bunch of bums and, this, like, in metal fans or punk fans or rock fans, I mean, it's all types of people. Yeah. And, we have like lawyers and doctors and, there's like everything.
Right.
And those people have money, same as people, coming here as tourists the rest of the year. And I guess the people in the town quickly figured that out, and right. They've been accepting, towards that crowd, even though sometimes they have mohawks or long hair or tattoos or whatever.
Right.
And I guess they just I guess for some people at first it was just kind of a clash, Mm-hmm. Like I remember like hearing some old farmers telling me like, I saw this guy and he had like green hair. I never saw that in my life, So I guess it was kind of a clash because some people here, they and I don't want to sound like cliche, but they're really small town people.
Yeah,
they're
not
really
travel, right?
Like, I mean, they drive 45 minutes to Ottawa, and to them that's like a road trip,
right.
So I guess there was kind of a clash, of different cultures and everything at first. But, the people here are really accommodating.
Don't forget, you can subscribe to our full audio episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you find your audio podcasts. The full episodes, highlights, and our live off-the-floor performance videos can be found at our YouTube channel, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the AVB Podcast. Of course, you'll find links to our incredible sponsors and this week's guest in the description below. The AVB Podcast is part of the Border City Network. Find more great content at bordercitynetwork.com. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.